Alrighty then. What's up, guys? It's over as again. Welcome back with another live stream. We are back. With another episode. Fly by night. Episode 2. Either win or learn. Yeah. What's good, Dan? Welcome to the stream. How we doing? Alrighty, so unfortunately woke up later than I was shooting for. I wanted to wake up earlier to even squeeze in a Hedgehog Bros episode. 2, which now that's not happening. So I'm gonna have to what's up, Mr. Blob? Uncle Blob. Hashtag raise Army for life. Appreciate it. Much love. If you can turn on subscriber only mode, that'd be great. Alright, got the pinned comment as always in there. We thrive through thick and thin. Damn right. Appreciate the new subscribers, by the way. We're 3 away from crushing 6.9K. That is insanity. I know we kind of have a slower down grind, but that's A-okay. I do want to get back into the grind. There's a lot of content that I want to get in here, and I'm going to try to do that tonight as much as possible. You're going to see some different ones that you probably have not seen in a hot minute. For instance, the Walking Dead rewatch marathon. I'm going to be squeezing that in there tonight, as well as maybe some other ones like Family Guy. I might squeeze in there, you know what I mean, such like that. So you're going to be seeing a lot of those different ones that I'm going to try to squeeze in there. Of course, it'll be later at night, obviously. And then, of course, you're going to see Mr. Heisenberg. There are going to be 2 streams that we might do. We might do a reaction stream, and we might just do a regular chat stream, going over Fantastic Four, and then giving that review, and then, of course, giving wonderful takes on, you know who. So, and we'll just kind of give our full ties on that situation, just to let you guys know the situation about it. And obviously, because Mr. Heisenberg is going to be coming while I'm doing the 4-night 7-hour grind stream, more than likely, which is fine. I'll be near the end of it, of course. Anyways, so that's why I'm going to grind on this real quick and then jump into that right away. So it's literally just going to be ding, with content. Literally bam, bam, bam. Now when he leaves, I'm going to jump on to Hedgehog Bros episode, I think 202, I believe, or 203, I think it's 202. And then that's when I'll start jumping into other stuff. And then we'll do that, and then I'll do another episode of Hedgehog Bros. I'm not even going to do it 2 in between. I'm just going to do 1 in between, and then another episode, and then 1 in between, another. I don't even care. I did not get to grind in that much this weekend, so I'm just ding. I don't give a damn. So, hopefully, tonight we'll kind of just make up that grind of doing like 3 or 4 episodes of whatever I squeeze in there off Hedgehog Bros. And that's what I'm going to shoot for. And that's what I'm going to, I might even continue the Clementine book. Maybe if I got enough energy, I'll continue that. Or maybe even finish it, potentially. I don't want to get that out of the way. So I can be done with that book, as it's a atrocious, hell to get through. You know what I mean? And then I can finally react to Down the Bomb's review on that book as well, because I know that would be an entertaining one, for sure. Looking at rewatch, oh yeah, I missed those. Yeah, it's definitely weird. Based on that shit. Yeah. 100%. So, so there's a bunch of things I'll be squeezing through. Might have issues with Family Guy, might have issues with King of the Hill. If I squeeze them in, potentially I might. But I'm just saying, frick it. You know what I mean? Jump at it, and we'll see what happens. Maybe I might get lucky with these ones. And maybe it might not happen. Or maybe I might get screwed yet again. I don't know. I recommend to watch it right away, though. I do recommend that. The second I go live with it, the second you want to jump into it instantly to see my reaction to it. Because more than likely, we will have issues. You know how Disney is. So, who knows? Might even do some Hell's Kitchen. Might throw it in there, just me. Maybe, unless if Mr. Heisenberg wants to do 2 reactions. We'll see. I'm going to see what we can kind of just roll in there in the mix. And all that, because obviously, when we finish season 3 of Hell's Kitchen, we want to jump into Dexter. Yeah, Mr. Dexter. So, definitely excited. But this weekend, I definitely want to just jump into that content and just, grind a lot of it. So, and even more on a consistent basis too. So, I'm going to get some other stuff kind of thrown in there on top of grinding Hedgehog Bros. So it's not just, Hedgehog Bros. Obviously, because that does kind of get old, of course. But you know why I'm doing it, because I'm that far behind, and I'm just trying to get caught up. So, I think I'm at 46 again. I don't think I moved the dial this time because I didn't do another episode. So, I think I am back at 46. So, it is what it is. Tonight I will not be. I'll tell you that for a fact. We will knock that count down by at least 2 or so, maybe 3. Hype for whenever Dexter happens. Oh yes, one of my favorite characters. Fiction's so layered. Yes. Other than Rick. Other than Rick. Let me get a pop real quick here. Dexter are my favorite. Yeah. Maybe I might make something real quick. I know I'm probably getting food tonight, so I'm doing some Mountain Dew this time. Kind of like he was funny. But see, that the funny thing is, he just became one of my favorite. I was not really a big Sonic fan. I never hated the character. I just wasn't that big into it. And then the movies happened, and then that's really when it got me to be like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? Like, why did I not get more into the character and everything like that beforehand? You know what I mean? Because now that I watched it, and I'm just like, damn, this is great. You know what I mean? This is really good, and this is entertaining. It's funny. You know what I mean? And it's just got that boom to it. You know. And then that's why I watched Sonic Prime, which that was really good. Netflix made a really good Sonic Prime series. That was, I think I gave that shit a 10 out of 10, or at least a 9 out of 10 at the very least as a whole, just because I liked everything about it. I mean, it was very very fun to watch. You know, it had a lot of energy. The characters were very good. I mean, it just hit that emotional impact, and I thought they did a very good job with it. Of course, they sucked me into buying their subscription. So, kudos to them. But, and then of course with Sonic X, that one I need to finish watching because I have not finished it. But I like Sonic X. It's good. It's just to get back into that drive of continuing to watch it. But of course, I got so many other things on my plate too. It really makes it crazy. Maybe I might do a poll, maybe to watch the rest of it. Maybe if you guys want me to react to the rest of it, maybe I can do that. Maybe that would be easier to finish it. Maybe, I don't know. I just know doing it on my own is obviously you probably know I just been so busy with doing content or trying to do content with you guys that makes it hard to have any free time. You know what I mean? To do other things.
Character's the only character I like. In their story, most times I can't connect with the character like them. That's what surprised me.
Sure. Who knows? He might be that character for me as well. I hope so. I mean, I'm hearing so many good things about it. So I do hope that becomes the situation with that show. I get that film grind on stop. Right. That's what I'm saying, you know what I mean? It's just like, so maybe I might do a poll on it, you know what I mean? I'm not going to start from the beginning, because I already remember everything about the show. You know, as I remember it, all the flashes of the episodes I watched, I remember watching. But if you guys want me to start where I left off, which I think it was episode 20-something. Maybe I was in the teens. I was in the teens or the 20s, somewhere around there. But maybe if you guys want me to react to the rest of it, I could potentially do that. Hey, maybe the 2003 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Maybe you guys want me to react to that. Throw that in there. I don't know. I never seen that one. I heard that one was good, more dark, but I heard it was good. So maybe I might give that a try. The classic, what is it, 90s or 80s? That one, don't hate me. It just does not. I don't know. It's too corny. I think it's just too corny for me. It just doesn't. I never pictured the characters to be that corny. You know what I mean? It's nothing against the characters. I never pictured them to be that corny. You know what I mean? I pictured them to be badasses. And when they're not badasses, they're just kind of like... it's very off-putting. So I probably might not watch that. Not really hitting my taste. Though I will say the April character thing, W's for me for the looks of the April character. That part I would give you credit for. But everything else, I don't know. It just doesn't, I'll give the 2003 one a shot though. I will. I'll give that one a shot. I'll give that one a shot. Because I could see myself liking that one. That one has potential. And I might like it. And I hope I do. I like to have different variations of Turtles. Of course, they have not come out with a new one in forever. Since Rise, which I don't care for that one. That one just looks bad. I'm not into that much change. That's too much change. Respect what they're trying to do, but too much change. Too much. So, but yeah. So, I definitely need to do a chat stream, kind of discussing the potentials of reactions that you guys would like to see me do. I should definitely do that because I think that could be a very fun topic, and it could be a fun thing that we can kind of discuss on the channel to see what shows you guys want me to react to and this and that. Obviously, I need to do that War of the Worlds. I need to do that series, that reaction to that series. What channel did I say that it was? Or what? I don't even remember what I said it was on. That's the. Did I keep the page open? I'm pretty sure I did. It's probably way back here, though. Maybe. Okay, maybe not. I just got to this TV series and pop up. Yeah, there it is. What's that? Oh, is that where is that? Free. Okay. I don't know. Might have to do it through Apple TV or maybe do it through the internet. You know what I mean? Not gonna say it, but you know what I mean. That's so maybe I might do that. We'll see. Oh god, I just remembered Cleanse 3 need to finish. Oh yeah. Yes, I need to finish that, bro. That is a pain in the ass to get through. The book is it's bad. It's so bad. There's like no interest. I don't know. There's not enough pull to the book. I don't know. It's stupid. Why do these ever get made? They're definitely on crack to say that this is the best book ever. You're on crack. You're all on crack. You have to be. It's bad. It's fucking boring. It's so boring, bro. Like, the freaking majority of the damn book, like, 50 pages were dealing with the stupid ass her crying and, oh god, kill me now. It's like, what they're dealing with the stupid kid, it's like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is dumb. And then it takes you 85 or 84, 83 pages to get into to actually have zombies, to show any sort of zombies in it. it's like, the frick? What are we doing? And then you kill off Rika, which I like that part. That's probably the best part of the book. I will say that's probably the best part. I will say you give me a +1 because of that. I'll give you a +1 because you kill. I did not think they were going to kill off that character. I really did not. I thought for sure she would live to the end or forever. If you, so I'm surprised. So that one blew me away. So I'll give you +1 for that. Maybe you might get +2 if she lives at the end, which I know in here, but I'm ignoring it until I get to the ending. If she actually does, well, actually, it really depends on how it kind of ends per se. I that part is very minor to me. I'm curious, like where she goes, this, blah, that type of, like how does that come to, you know what I mean? Like that's really what I'm curious about, not so much of,
But I like to think I'm pretty easy to please when it comes to Walking Dead these days, and I can't even bring myself to read that piece of shit. Sounds like the first one is the best one. It's the best of 3 shit solo.
yeah. What did I give that? 3 or 4? Yeah, 3 or 4. I think is what I gave it. It's fucking bad though. And then what did I give the second one? 1? Is that or 0? I might have gave it a 0. I don't think I freaking liked anything. To be honest. Maybe a 1. I think that's the highest 1. 1 out of 10. It's not that or 0. It was so bad, bro. It was. I mean, I will say the interest of the premise was more interesting. I will say, but all the romance bullshit forced in there, it just made it garbage. It really did. A 0, bringing me back. Yeah, I hated that ending. That ending was absolute trash. That ending was abysmal. Oh my god, to make me suffer through that. That was abysmal, bro. I didn't. Oh my god. Oh Jesus, criminy. So far, this is definitely better than book 2, but it's not saying much. It's not saying much. It's not saying much at all. It's boring as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I have a hard time getting through it. It's boring. Really fucking boring. I need some. My review will be hysterical. I'll tell you what. W's, raise. You succeeded in life. We went, hiya! Alright. This walking in thing wants to keep going for all these years. They gotta stop making filming these books of fear. I'll tell you that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm fine with it continuing to keep going, but it ain't quality like this. At this point, I'm just doing it for you guys. At this point, I'm not doing it for me. I don't care how much they say it's canon. I'm going to shove that canon right up their ass, and I'm going to twist it 360 and tell them to fuck off, because it ain't canon. I don't give a damn what they say. It is not canon, no matter what the hell you say. It ain't canon, because that's not Clem's character. I'm sorry. But she would not be that retarded. Right? She's freaking crying and bawling her eyes out over this stupid bitch that freaking is a self-insert of the person that's writing the book. That's insanity. Why would you think that's okay? Like, what? That's craziness. That's crazy. Like, what the hell? Like, as far as I'm concerned, season 4, episode 4, that's the ending. No buts, no ifs. This is Tangerine. This is not Clementine. This is Tangerine. This is her evil Clement. This is evil Clement. She came back. She destroyed the world. That's exactly what she did. She destroyed the world. Look what she did. She destroyed all of it. All of it. Nothing to do with it. Ain't nothing good at phases. Alright, I go to eat while we watch this wonderful episode. Alright, apologize for that. I needed a little something. So, it's 5 by 9. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Ah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's that anymore. I don't know. Good. Whatever Gimp will keep spewing out, I'm doing it for you guys. Alright? I will watch it for you, regardless of how bad it gets. I might regret that, but do not make it bad, please. Gimple. Please don't make it bad, alright? I know you're a good writer, and I just want you to go back to your grind of the OG seasons. Get back to that.
The following program is rated 14 plus and is not intended for younger audiences. It includes violence, nudity, and mature subject matter. Please know the music in this project is not owned by SC Entertainment. The music belongs to its rightful owners and artists. Viewer discretion is advised.
Ooh. Now you're warning people. How dare you? Yes. You win or win.
Here we go. Close that part forward. Oh Lord.
Don't say that. I'm fine if they do a season 5, but don't make it trash, please.
We see police swarming the streets with guns. As we see them having to gun down people that are firing back at the police. As we see them firing back at them, as they have no other choice but to gun them down. As we see these riots in the streets, as the fires are spreading.
Damn.
We see a fair distance away, as we see this man named Casey steps out of the van and says, "Oh my God, the whole city's gone mental. Another agent." A cigarette. As we hear over the TV,
after the horrific stabbing, we are still investigating the scene. But police say that there's definitely ties to them.
the man turns off the TV and he sits there, looking depressed. He then walks down the hall into this room. As he opens the closet door, and he finds some rope, and he then ties it to his ceiling. As we see this man gets up on a chair, he puts the rope around his neck and lets go. As we see this man kill himself, as we hear TV static in the background, as this man ends his life.
Damn. Wow. You're not wrong about it being hard. Shout out to Mega Man.
We see Alyssa standing in front of the mirror as she is washing her hands, but then She hears a loud noise from outside as she hears the battle going on from outside. Alyssa looks scared, but then we see someone walking into the bathroom as we then see a Pirello with a gun as they say, "Hey there, Alyssa. You can try to resist, or you could come with me." Them knowing that we have you gives Carlos one hell of an advantage, which may just be the one he needs. He slowly starts walking and moving towards her, but then she goes for the gun and he fires a few shots and misses. She pushes him, but then he hits her and she falls down on the floor. She then is down, but then she grabs a knife out of her pocket as she then stabs him in the throat over and over again as the blood goes all over the floor. She backs up against the wall as she just then sits there, covered in blood, as we see her breathing heavily in a panic.
Damn.
Oh God, oh God, oh God, no, 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 no.
Holy shit. 2 minutes later. Woohoo, baby.
We see she's still just sitting there in shock of what she just did. As Alyssa is covered in blood, she then says, "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." As we see Vito says, "He attacked you. You defended yourself? But we'll cover this up like the rest." Alyssa says, "What happened out there?" Vito says, "Carlos betrayed us." Alyssa looks surprised and says, "What? How did he?" Vito says, "We don't know. We don't know. All we know is that he made us work for them. And now we work for them, going forward. At least for now. I didn't have a choice, baby girl. I did. They were killing us out there." Alyssa is about to say more, but then we hear police sirens coming from far as he says, "We can talk about this later. We gotta go, sweet pea. Come on." As we see all of the cashers walk out of the mansion, as they then see a bunch of dead bodies on the ground of the civilians that got killed during the party, as we see all these innocent people that were killed, as we then see Marty says, "These people were innocent. This can't go unanswered, Don." Vito says, "I know, damn it, I know." Dario says, "I can't believe Carlos would do this to us. Next time I get my chance, I'm gonna strangle him with my bare hands." Vito says, "We can place blame later. Come on, let's go before the cops get here." As we see Vito, Alyssa, Caroline, Marty, Dario, Johnny, and the others all flee from the mansion as they leave and run as fast as they can.
Damn. This is intense. Yeah, Mr. Keanu. And now we see her perspective of what happened. Yeah.
A few minutes later, we see Harold and some other police officers pulling into the mansion. As we see they've all put their guns out, as they then storm through the house looking for any survivors. We see Harold looks worried as he looks at one of the dead bodies on the ground and says, "There was a struggle here. By the looks of it, they might have been." One of the officers rudely interrupts him and says, "This whole area is a crime scene. Find the source of this." Harold says, "Got it, sir." Harold looks slightly worried as he recognizes some of the dead people are Vito's men that Carlos has now killed, as Harold looks very concerned by seeing this.
That would be.
Back with Alyssa and Vito. We see them driving as we see Johnny, Dario, Marty, and Caroline in one car, and Alyssa and Vito are in another, as Vito is riding with Alyssa, and she looks rather freaked out and says, "He attacked me." And Vito says, "Listen, I know it was self-defense. You don't have to explain yourself to me, bud. This can't be said to anyone around. You got it? We have to keep our image as clean as possible. You understand that? Alyssa says, yes. I'm sorry, Dad. Vito says, it's okay. You were just, Alyssa says, I'm not talking about what happened tonight. I'm talking about before. I betrayed your trust. I disappointed you. Vito says, no, sweet pea. You would never disappoint me. Ever. Listen, you and Harold. You two are the best things that have ever happened to me. When you were 5, I saw what your father did to himself. When he took his own life. He took his own life because he was being hunted by those horrible people. And I knew that I couldn't leave you behind. My men said no, and I insisted. Because I saw a wonderful little angel in there. Still do. You can never disappoint me. Don't ever forget that. We see them pulling into Caroline's house as they let her out, as Alyssa and Caroline get brought back safely, as Alyssa says, thanks, Dad. Vito says, no problem. Hey, listen. It's gonna get dangerous around here for the next little while, so for now I'm keeping you out of it, until I can figure out how to deal with Carlos. I hope you understand. Alyssa says, I understand, Dad. Be safe. Vito says, I bet on it, sweet pea. I bet on it.
Wow. Very good. Suck me back into the world.
Later on, we see Harold driving his police car, as he then stops and pulls over to the side of the road. He stops at a payphone and is calling someone, as he says, hey, what the hell happened? He whispers, there's fucking bodies everywhere. Cops all over the place. Some big-ass fucking crime scene. And they're literally investigating it right fucking now as we speak. What the hell am I supposed to do here? Vito is revealed to be on the other end and says, meet me at the Lincoln Road behind Pizza to Go. Back alleyway. We'll discuss this in private. Harold says, I'm coming.
Ooh.
We see Vito waiting in this alleyway as he hears, Dad? Vito turns around to Harold and Harold says, the hell happened? Vito says, Carlos. That's what happened, son. Harold says, Carlos? Wait, that loudmouth pain in the ass, Carlos? Vito says, he's been a rat this whole fucking time. I didn't see it. He came into our party. He killed several of us. Harold says, yeah, that party that you didn't even let me go to. Revealing Vito is why Harold didn't show up in the first place. Harold says, Alyssa and Caroline, my unborn child, are they okay? Vito says, they're okay, son. I brought them home after it was all over, but I didn't want to involve them in any more than they already were. Harold looks relieved that they're okay and says, shit. Well, did Carlos by chance ever leave you some spiral sign at this party? Vito says, no. Why? Harold says, alright, never mind. It's the case we're working on with me and the officers. Vito says, why would you ask? Harold says, like I said, we're working on this case. I've been seeing them plastered all over town. Figured maybe Carlos knew something about it. Vito says, Harold, Carlos has us under his boot, okay? Now I'm trying to figure this out. I'm gonna get us out of this, but for now, you will need to cover this up. You understand? Harold says, Don, do you realize the type of shit and type of hot water that I'm in by covering up something like this? I could lose everything, you understand? So could you if I'm not careful. Vito says, then you better be careful. He starts walking away and Harold looks pissed and says, why didn't you want me at that party? Vito looks back and says, it's nothing personal, son. You know I care about you. But a Mafia Don cannot be seen with his black adopted son, especially at his headquarters. I thought you understood that. Too many people would have a problem with it. It's not personal, son. It's just the business. Harold says, ha, really? You really want to handle business? You really want to handle business as much as you say you do? Try not to let your own die. And now I have to risk my job. I have to risk my career over this shit. And Alyssa, she stays with me until this whole thing with Carlos is finished. Harold starts walking away, and Vito says, "Hey, there's one more thing." Harold looks pissed and says, "What?" Vito says, "Alyssa. I'm worried about her. She hadn't seemed right ever since she got out of there. Maybe even before. I'm asking you keep tabs on her for me." Harold looks discouraged and says, "What did she do?" Vito says, "She killed someone at the party. I think it was self-defense. I'm betting on it with my life, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm asking you to keep an eye on her until this whole thing blows over." Harold says, "Fine. But if the law catches up to her, or you for that matter, I can't promise I'm going to be able to stop everything." Vito looks pissed and says, "You'll make it happen. I made everything happen for you from the second I found you that day. And don't you forget, your father wasn't there for you during all this. I was." As he walks away, confirming he was taken in and adopted by Vito.
Ooh,
As we see them go their separate ways, as Harold looks stressed out.
damn. It's good.
Back with Alyssa. We see her cleaning herself off in the bathroom as she's taking the blood off of her shirt. As she hears the front door opening, we then see Harold is home as he's hugging Caroline and he says, "You both okay?" "I heard what happened," Alyssa says. Yeah, we're both fine." "Where the hell were you anyway?" Harold says. Just working really bad hours. I'm the new guy there, so I'm always handed the short end of the stick around here." Caroline says, "Well, they're overworking you, and I don't like it." Harold says, "You're both okay though, right? Nothing happened to the baby?" Caroline says, No, the baby's fine." As Harold gets back, as we see, he looks relieved to see they're both okay. Downtown Nashville. We see Marty going home for the night. As we see, he says, "Hey, sorry I'm late." We see his wife turns the lights on and says, "Damn, I was worried about you. I didn't know if something had happened." Marty says, "Well, to tell you the truth, a lot of things happen. I'd rather not go into the specifics. But tomorrow should be an interesting day, I'll say that." We see this woman walks out. As we see, she's got no hair. And he says, how did your appointment go?" She says, "Fine. Should still be here for a few more months. Here's hoping." Marty just looks lost and he hugs her and says, "It's okay, Sam. You're strong. You hear me? Oh, fuck, you're so fucking strong. Is there anything I can do for you?" She says, "Just stay. Please, stay one night. Please?" Marty says, "Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere." Confirming his wife has cancer.
Oh. Oh, that makes sense. Damn.
Back with Alyssa. We see her getting rid of her old bloody clothes as she hears a knock at the door. As Harold walks in and says, "We need to talk." Alyssa says, "Okay. About what?" Harold says, "I know you killed someone." Alyssa says, "Oh yeah? And I went to jail for it." Harold says, "No, not that. At the party." Alyssa puts two and two together and says, "Dad told you." But wait, if you weren't at the party, and you somehow know I killed someone, then someone would have had to tell you what happened. Harold says, "Don't change the topic, sis. I love you, I do. But I'm doing this because I love you." "But you can't just kill random people," Alyssa says. "He attacked me." Harold says, "I know he did, and I know that it's not fair, and I know that this isn't the right thing to do. But this is not the right path to go down. You understand that? If you kill people who try to hurt you, to save others, or whatever reason you may have, you're only going to set yourself up for failure. And one day, our father won't be able to help us out of these situations anymore, and we will have to fend for our goddamn selves, because that day is coming.
So please, don't ruin your life. Don't ruin yourself more than you already have. Because it isn't fair, Alyssa says. Do you want to talk about fair? You're a police officer. Look at you, a great one at that. And yet you're treated like a joke to your colleagues. I mean, if they told you to jump, you'd say how high. I mean, you're not exactly the role model either, Harold says. Don't you dare say what I'm doing isn't right. The law was the one chance I had. The one chance for me to do something I was actually good at. Maybe they don't treat me right, maybe they screw me over for certain jobs, and maybe they don't even pay attention and act like I'm even there. But I put food on the table for my wife and my kid that's gonna be born, and I'm making sure that I make something out of myself before I'm a father. Meanwhile, you were just sitting in a cell paying for something that you may or may not have done. But by the looks of what happened tonight, I have a very good feeling that that was not your first kill. Alyssa says it was self-defense. Oh, and I'm so sorry. And I'm such a mess that you can't even be seen at a damn party with me. Because you're so embarrassed to call me your sister. We may not be blood, Harold, but we are family. Get that through your head. And family sticks together, no matter what. I don't care what the reason is. I don't care if you want to be seen with me. We are both a joke in our own manner. We are both doing things that we shouldn't be doing. I would die for you, and you know that. And I would die for Dad. But this life, this isn't sustainable for me or for you, and it needs to change, Harold says. My race, your gender, that is sustainable for us. Because it's this or death. He walks out of the room as Alyssa just stands there because she knows he's right, and she starts to break down.
Damn. Shit, that was deep. Wow, yeah, me. Holy crap.
Later on, we see Johnny standing outside of the restaurant. As he then walks in, we see him sitting down in a booth. As we then see, he's taking his order. As he's ordering, he then sees this young kid getting beat up by these men outside of the restaurant as he says, "Hang on, stay, I'll be right back." He then walks out to see these two guys beating up this kid. As we then hear them saying, "White trash! Get him! We then see Johnny grabs one of the guys and punches him twice and kicks him down as the guy falls. He takes the other guy and trips him. As he then hits his head on a pipe as the guy falls and smashes his teeth on the pipe.
Damn.
These guys get back up and Johnny says, "Get the fuck out of here! Go!" He walks up to this boy and says, "Hey, you alright, kid?" The kid gets up and says, "Yeah. These assholes came up and started beating me up for nothing. I think they wanted my money. These guys are trying to prove something, I guess." "I don't fucking know." Johnny says, "Yeah, well, it isn't right. Now, I hope after this you're heading home, young man. If I do see you around here again, I better not see you get into any other fights, you understand?" The kid says, "Yeah, thank you, sir." Johnny says, "Johnny, you can call me Johnny." The kid says, "I'm Eric." Johnny says, "Well, good to meet you, Eric. You take care of yourself, alright?" As they then go their separate ways.
Yeah. I like that Negan's picture, that's funny.
The next day, we see Harold pulling into the police station. As he then looks hesitant, but then he walks over to the phone booth and calls someone. We hear a voice saying, "Hey, whoever this is, I don't want your product, alright, motherfucker?" Harold says, "Dad?" The man's voice starts to lower and he says, "Where are you?" Harold says, "We need to meet. Some terrible shit's going on, and I need to speak to you."
Carl needs to pay 100%. Harold needs to be careful in the position. Harold needs to
Back with Vito.
or Marty.
We see him driving up to a casino. As he then enters, as we then see a thriving casino, as one of the guys then says, "Welcome home, Don. Right this way." They go upstairs as we then see Dario, Marty, and some of his men, as a woman then says,
Oh my god. We heard what happened. Are you alright, Don? Vito says, I'm fine. We have a major problem on our hands here, gentlemen. The woman says, what is it, Don? Vito says, Carlos turned on us. Executed Freebo. Tess. So many others gone. And now, we have a week to get Carlos what he wants. Dario says, ain't no fucking way. Plus, we got a whole bunch of other shit to do. Marty says, yeah, well, today is also the day Todd gives us the next shipment. Dario says, we can travel out, boss. Get it done? Vito says, yeah, but bring backup. We don't need any more of the Cashers family falling. Dario and Marty look at each other, and Marty says, we'll return by the end of the day, boss. As we then see them take off. They walk downstairs as we see Johnny walks up to them and says, hey, whoa, where are you two needle dicks off to? Marty says, off to see Todd and the Rascals. Johnny says, wow, that fucking soon, eh? Really, that fucking prick? Dario smiles and says, yeah, you wanna come? Johnny says, got room for one more? Dario says, hell yeah. As they then leave the casino together to go see Todd and the Rascals.
People of his kind in this time get the short end of the stick, sadly, right? Nobody's trying
Later
to
on,
it's real bad.
we see a shoe shop as we see these men shining people's shoes on the side of the street outside of the building. Inside and out back the shop is a small apartment. As we see a man sitting down listening to classical music. As we then see him sipping a drink as we hear a knock at the door. He says, come in. We see Harold walks in and says, Dad, what the hell? You're back on the sauce, aren't you? He says, hey, your old man's been under a lot of stress lately. Hell, besides, you don't come by anymore? Harold says, yeah, I'm sorry. I've just been under a lot of pressure lately. The dad says, oh, I heard. I heard about what the Cashers got involved in. I also heard what Alyssa did. Harold says, yeah, I don't know what's going on with her. What I don't know is why you told me to get into this life to begin with. The dad says, boy, you know why I had to. You know why you're a cashier now. People like us, people of our kind, people of our color, the world isn't fair to people like us. You had big dreams, son, and look at you. You finally got there. Harold sits down and says, I don't feel like I got anywhere. He pours him a drink, and Harold says, no, I'm on the clock, I can't. The dad says, suit yourself. Listen, you ain't the only one going through something. Harold looks worried and says, what is it? He says, business ain't been cutting it lately, son. So I may have had to improvise a little bit. I tried robbing a few places of my own. One of them belonged to a group named the Pirellos. Harold looks worried and his dad says,
What?
when they found out that I took half of my share from my business, which was already low to begin with, and they said that they would take more from me the next time. And if I didn't have it, then they would make an example out of me and burn my business right down to the ground. That was a threat or a promise, either one. Harold says, Pirellos, those are the same people that have been coming after the Cashers. The dad says, yeah? And this Carlos guy, he's an intense motherfucker, I'll tell you that. And whether they do come in and take their next share, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, so I'm trapped between a rock and a hard place, man. Harold asks, what would have happened if I didn't call you earlier? The dad says, I don't know, but I thought it was for your own safety if I kept you out of it. Still for your own safety that nobody knows that we're talking anymore, or that nobody knows that you're even my son. I still do think that's the better option. Harold says, I just don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. I can't keep track of everyone, I mean. I'm about to be a father for crying out loud. I'm finally making something for myself, financially. We're not struggling anymore. But these cops on this force, they make me do their dirty work. I mean, I can't count how many times I've been caught in the middle of a shootout, and every time I try to get back up, they do not come. And I just sit there wondering if I'm gonna get my ticket punched in. or if I will live to fight another day. Is it because I'm black? Is that why they don't help me? That I'm some kind of joke to these people? Having a black officer on the force, I get it's against the rules. I get it's against all policy. But they accepted me because I did the job properly. And now they want to throw me under the bus like I don't mean a goddamn thing. So I don't know if I would get my ticket punched in, but all I know so far is that I have a son coming. And I do not want to screw up this opportunity for whatever he does in his life. I want to give him a chance to be what he wants to be in life, without his race, without his color, changing a fucking difference. The dad says, yeah, you have a chance here to make it right. So don't waste it. Don't waste it like I did, son. Harold says, I gotta go, Dad. He hugs him and says, take care of yourself, alright? The dad says, yeah, you too.
Damn. Wow, that's deep. This is very deep, man.
Later on, we see Vito walking through the
Give me
casino
some cheers.
as he walks out to the parking lot. As he then walks towards his car, as we can then see, there is two men in suits watching him from far. Vito sees this and gets in his car. He looks through the rearview mirror. As he then sees these men are just standing there watching him. He looks pissed off, as he then knows he's being watched by Carlos, as he then drives away in anger.
Yeah.
Back with Dario, Johnny, and Marty. We then see them driving far out outside of Nashville. As we then see them driving, as we then see over 20 men driving from behind, Johnny says, "You boys think Carlos was the only spy within our Casher family?" Dario says, "Oh, Jesus, Johnny. Now, why the fuck would you have to put that idea in our fucking heads?" Johnny says, "Nah, I'm just saying. You never know. I mean, you're talking to the devil on your shoulder. Sometimes you don't know he's there." Marty says, "Carlos was good, but we won't let that shit happen again." We see their vehicles on the end of the road, as we then see other vehicles on the other end of the road. We see Todd and the Rascals coming out of their vehicles, as Marty says, "Todd, you have your next offering." Todd says, "Where's Vito?" "We were expecting him to be here," Dario says. "He isn't here right now. We've had our complications with a few other situations. The business has had a few struggles as of late, but we are dealing with it. But for now, we hope that you are willing to comply with the usual, Todd." Todd says, "I asked Vito if I could skip the meeting. He said that he would see what he could do. He said he would think about it. We are running low here. I was hoping, for old time's sake, we would be able to come to a better agreement." Johnny says, "The deal looks like it's done to me. The guns we've asked you for, you hand it over to us now. Or this will escalate into something different. We both know that I like something different." Todd then looks back at his men. But then, out of nowhere, a bunch of cashers get gunned down. Marty, Dario, and Johnny raise their guns as they then see multiple men come out of the woods and point their guns towards the cashers. As then Todd looks at Marty, Dario, and Johnny and says, "The Borellos send their regards," as they load their guns at each other and stand off.
Holy shit. Oh, damn.
Back in Nashville, we see Harold getting back to the station.
Right.
As he sees a bunch of police tape everywhere. As he then sees the officers all standing in a group, as we then see Harold pushes through the crowd to then see there's two dead bodies that have been skinned alive. They all look horrified. As Harold then looks up to see,
the same spiral painted on the wall, as he then stands there looking horrified as he wonders what this means. Back with Alyssa, we see her folding laundry as we then hear screams coming from the living room. She then runs out to see water on the floor. She sees Caroline as Caroline says, "Alyssa?" She looks scared and says, "I think the baby's coming." Alyssa looks nervous, as does Caroline, as they stand there in a panic.
Oh no.
We then see Todd and his people pointing guns at Marty, Dario, and Johnny, as Marty then looks at them with an angry look on his face as he stands there and clicks his gun.
Shit. Damn, that's how you end it? Wow. 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 10 out of 10. That was good. I didn't have any issue with that. That was fucking good. Truly. Yeah, I give it a 10. I give it a 10. Wow. Hell yeah, bro. Yeah. Yeah, I give it a 10. I give it a 10. I really didn't have any problem. I mean, as you saw, I got a few tears out of that. I ain't gonna lie. Not like, you know, it was more like tears of like I felt the, you know, I really felt the impact. You know what I mean, when he was talking with his dad. That's like that really hit. Truly did. And that's why I got the, you know, a few minor tears from that. You know what I mean? Yeah, the 50s for certain people is unfair. Yeah, no, that's, and I get that 100%. You know what I mean? But that's why it hit that hard. You know what I mean? Because I really felt that pressure, that impact that he was having, and what he was going for, and just their situation. It really hit crazy, you know. And that's why I built up the little tear eye. You know, I did. I really did. It really. I was like, damn, like holy shit. This is good, Dan. Wow. You just know how to freaking bring it to life, I'll tell you what. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I give it a 10. What did I give the last episode? A 9? So yeah, I give this a 10. I thought it had more impact. Very good, very good. No issues, really. None at all. I mean, damn. I was very impressed with everything. I mean, every piece that just, you know, the frustration, the anger, and then, you know what I mean, and just how things played out. It's just like, wow. You know, you really feel the you know, everything together. I didn't have any problems with it, really. I didn't. I was a tragic man. Hell yeah, glad you enjoyed it. Hell yeah. That's Johnny, funny dude. Yeah. I just like it though. You're using the vegan picture. It's funny. Ah, it's hysterical. You know what I mean? It is hysterical. It is hysterical. Then entering in this would be great. LOL. Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. I agree. %. We'll watch the next on Fly By Night 103. Let's see.
I had something that was supposed to be delivered to me. Could you check your records?
Sure.
Oh, I would say he had the oldest motive in the book.
You wanna play games, motherfucker?
Not answering her phone, and no one has seen her.
Give me late.
Rich men want it. Wise men know it. The poor all need it.
Damn. Good. Next on. Ah. Excited for episode 3. And then you released a sneak peek. It's supposed to come out this Friday. And this will be great. LOL. Yeah. So watch that. Here's a sneak peek. Episode 3. You're gonna like. I'll have to like on everything.
We then see Alyssa washing her hands of blood. But as she's washing her hands, she then remembers. She remembers stabbing someone in the back of an alleyway.
Oh shit.
We then see her looking scared. As she remembers being thrown out of a window.
Damn.
And as she stands there, she says,
I can't believe it. That's what I'm supposed to do.
Wow. Even that was good. Damn. Jesus. New episode this Friday. Wow. W's, truly. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, 10 out of 10. I can't, you know. Can't give it nothing great. Or nothing, less than that. I really can't, because I enjoyed it that much. There's the promo. Yes, sir. Yeah, that was good. W's, bravo. Yeah, this new series, man, killing it. I'll tell you what. Wow. Didn't think it would be something I would get sucked into, but I am getting sucked into it. Like, every time I do an episode, it takes me about 1 second, and then boom, I'm like, right back, like, okay, what's happening? You know what I mean? Like, right back into it. Wanting to see what happens next, seeing how things play out. It's craziness. But yeah, it's good. It really is. It really is. Wow. Yeah. Let me know what you guys thought. Hit that like button. That'd be awesome. Go for 5, maybe 6 likes. That'd be awesome. I would appreciate that very much. As always, Dan Reviews, his channel, and the playlist is now in the description. So definitely do check it out for you guys yourself. You guys go subscribe to him, show him love, support, all that good stuff. That'd be awesome. He's an amazing mod and a great creator. So definitely show him the support. Check out the series for yourself. I would definitely highly recommend it. Especially War Gone Man, that's another one that we're doing on this as well. You already know, Fire series. Keeping the zombie content alive, of course. Friday we got 103, yes sir. Oh, hell yeah, man. Fire reaction. Thank you, I appreciate it anytime, man. What's up, Rowdy? Fly By has been awesome so far. It's good, man. Yeah, would you give this episode, Rowdy? I gave it a 10, a solid 10. I really did not have no issues with it. I really did not. I was impressed. I really was. God, 10 for both 102 and 102. Okay, 101 and 102. You gave it 10 as well. Wow. All right. Yeah, I give the first one a 9, which is still very good. And I still hold true to that 9. I think there were, it was a little bit more, which is nothing against the episode. I just think, I don't know. It was a little, I think this one just, hit more for me. This episode did. But hey, 9, still great rating, I'm trying to think of what issue I did. I'm not remembering 100%. I think it was, but it was so minor. It was like, a 9 is still very good. Maybe longer, maybe a little bit more in depth, maybe it's what I was looking for. So maybe I didn't get that. So maybe that's why I knocked it down just a smidge. But again, that's very. Glad you liked it, Rowdy. There's a sneaky one. Oh yes, I just reacted to it. I did. I reacted to both. I did the little sneak peek, and then I did I also did the promo. So I did both. I reacted to both. Looked freaking awesome. So definitely excited for 103. Who knows? Maybe I might get a 10 out of 10 for the rest. I don't know. The 9 and a 10 is a fire butcher rating. So yes. Oh yes, I can't wait for 103. We will be more on point with that episode. I'll make that clear. Shooting to be right on point. So Friday late night, after I do the Headshot Bros, I plan to do reaction to 103. Fly By Night. So Harold is definitely my favorite so far. Yes, I love Harold. He's great. Awesome character. Awesome character. 100%. Yeah, this is very good. I was very amazed. I did not think I was going to get into it. And it's sucking me right in. It really is. Then mid-season break. Though I won't make you all wait too long, I promise. Alright, you better not. Because we waited forever for episode 2. Better not. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Starting.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, no, very good though. Again, check it out for your guys' self. I see you got 111 now. It's awesome. 103 got 98. Sneak peek got 49. So not bad, not bad. But yeah, definitely check it out. Got some crazy stuff coming. We're gonna man. Exactly, that's why I won't wait long. Won't spoil it out. It gets really crazy. Oh, I bet, Rowdy, I bet. Hey, I already saw part 1 and part 2 of episode 1, and that was insane. I think I gave both episodes a 10. So you got me riding a 10. Did I? Yeah, I did. Gave them both a 10. So we'll see if episode 2 continues that trend. And episode 3. So, and that'll be the next 3. I'll do episode 2 reaction, and then episode 3 part 1, and then part 2 of episode 3. So it'll be a total of 3 episodes. Yeah. So
reviews, they'll potentially do season 2. Hell yeah. Yup. Postals are curing.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's craziness, I'll tell you what. Craziness. Creepy guys are little, yeah, 100%. Well, hope you guys did enjoy my reaction and my review about it. Yeah, I loved it a lot. Loved the Harold portion. The crazy cliffhanger, insane. The Alice confrontation, that whole situation with Harold, and with forgetting his name. Yeah, I'm forgetting his name. God damn it. But yeah, because it's still, yeah, I'm still trying to remember everybody's names. The situation with Carlos and Harold, crazy. That whole conflict is insane.
Enjoyed it yesterday, came in for most of our reactions. Definitely.
Yeah, the cop, I'm forgetting his name. But his situation with Alice, that was great. Love that. That was insane. And then his wife having the kid. What a way to end it. Certainly. What a way to end it. I'll tell you what. Vito?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, Vito.
Yep.
Vito. Yeah, see, okay, I should be able to remember that and go for it. I just gotta say it enough times, because, you know what I mean? But I do like his character. His character is really good. Yeah, very good. Very good. Got no complaints. 10 out of 10.
Caroline's about to give birth while Harold isn't even there. Yikes.
Oh, Harold is the cop. Wait, am I split swapping names? I think I'm the guy. Maybe I am. Damn it.
He's gonna have the baby probably.
Yeah. I think I am split swapping names. So Harold is the cop. Vito is the dad. Am I right? Did I get that right? Yeah, they treat him like shit. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Alright, so Harold is the cop, my bad. So, I am remembering his name. It's the other one that I'm not. The Vito. He's the dad. Or the new dad, I guess is probably a better way of saying it. Or adopted dad, I should say. Yeah, adopted dad. That's what I'm my boss. Yeah, of Elise, right? Or Alice. I mean, Elise. That was good when I said Alice. I'll eventually get the hang of it. It's new characters, new names. Takes a hot minute to. Of course, it's only the second episode in, so I'm actually not doing too shabby with some of the names actually. For it being a new series, so it's pretty good. But But yeah, loving it though.
Yeah, you're doing good for just 2 episodes. Great job.
Nah, I try. You know what I mean? It helps when I'm getting attached to the characters because then it does make it easier for me to be like, oh yeah, I know that. You know what I mean? It makes it a lot more easier. So the fact that you're writing it that good to where I'm liking the character or I'm getting attached to wanting to see what happens with that character, you know what I mean, and seeing where it goes, is making me more connected to the character, which is why I'm starting to remember their names and everything like that. And you know what I mean? It's more deeper impact, 100%. So yeah, W's for that, honestly. You just gotta stop making fire series, alright? You just gotta stop doing it. I don't got all the room for it. I can't do anything else. I don't got room.
Yes, sir. Glad you're into it.
I'll try, brother. I don't got room. I got so many other shows that I need to react to. It's crazy. It's insanity. Alright. I gotta rock and roll on this 7-hour Fortnite grind stream. Apologize for starting this one a little bit later, but I hope you guys did enjoy it. Hit that like button, I would appreciate it. Subscribe to Dan. Check out the playlist of this Fly By Night series. I think you're gonna love it. Share it around, I would appreciate it. Check out my reaction if you haven't seen it. And of course, you got the first episode too. I'm gonna make a playlist myself reacting to this series going forward. So see you later, brother. Peace out. Yes, for sure. And I got another far stream coming up next. Stay tuned for that. You can grind with me on Fortnite. So, I'll see you guys on the next one. Over here. Signing out. Peace. Have a good one, guys. Much love to this.